Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Brook Lynn unleashes her fury. Sonny offers counsel. In addition to Brook Lynn unleashing her fury, General Hospital spoilers for Monday, June 2, 2025, reveal that Sonny offers counsel, most probably to Gio, and Alexis is in the hot seat. Near the end of Friday's episode of GH, Gloria, Ellen Travolta, arrived at the Quartermaine mansion just as Brook Lynn, Amanda Seton, lashed out at her mother about how she'll always know that Lois, Raina Sofa, lied to her. Gloria suggested that her granddaughter take her anger out on her instead. And apparently, that's exactly what she does when Brook Lynn unleashes her fury on Monday. She is trying to come to terms with how Giovanni Mazza, grew up right in front of her very eyes, and she had no clue that he was her son. Gloria was the one to suggest to Lois that they place Gio with Camilla. Once this unleashing happens, will the women find themselves in a better place, or will these lies change their relationship forever? Meanwhile, Sonny, Maurice Bernard, offers counsel. Thanks to the video preview at the end of Friday's episode, we can assume that the person Sonny advises is Gio. Gio and Emma, Bruna, decided to return to Port Charles. Gio said he wanted answers, and now he will do his best to discover them for himself. But this will involve talking to his new family. Will Gio be able to handle that? Elsewhere, Alexis, Nancy Lee Grahn, is in the hot seat. Mayor Laura Collins, Jenny Francis, has come to her with a curious dilemma. She checked Ace's trust fund, and for some reason, the account balance is down roughly $10 million. Since it's Alexis's job to protect the Casadine Trust Fund, Laura knows that the attorney will know what's up. Will Alexis fess up to embezzling the money and doling out the exorbitant funds to Rick Hurst, and Ava, Maura West, or will she come up with the perfect explanation for the missing money? In addition, Lucky, Jonathan Jackson, started to make his own admission on Friday. He told Elizabeth, Rebecca Herbst, that he knows more about the accident than he has let on. Will Lucky go through with the confession that he knows Christina caused the accident? Since the teasers allude to Elizabeth making a discovery, that might be what happens here. Finally, Michael Rory Gibson and Christina, Kate Mansi, reunite. Both siblings are in precarious places in their lives. Christina almost killed Rick and Ava, and Michael is headed into a custody fight. Little does he know that Nina, Cynthia Watros, is onto his and Sasha's, Sophia Matsom, drunken hookup and subsequent pregnancy. Will Michael and Christina's lives blow up by the end of next week? Tensions explode in Port Charles on the Monday, June 2 episode of General Hospital, where long-simmering tensions reach their boiling point and alliances are tested under the weight of betrayal, legacy, and unresolved emotions. This dramatic day features Brook Lynn Quartermaine in a blaze of fury, Sonny Corinthos stepping into a surprisingly paternal role for his cousin Gio, and several other key players facing seismic shifts in their personal and professional lives. No one gets through the day unscathed, and the fallout will leave fans shaken as truths are confronted, and secrets come dangerously close to exposure. Brook Lynn Quartermaine has always been a firecracker, but on June 2, she's a full-blown inferno. After discovering that someone in the Quartermaine family has been meddling in the deception account ledgers, and potentially embezzling funds through the ELQ corporate shell, Brook Lynn sees red. With Chase away on an undercover assignment, she's left to face the boardroom drama on her own, and she wastes no time unleashing her fury on the first person she suspects, Tracy. The tension between grandmother and granddaughter ignites in a no-holds-barred confrontation at the Quartermaine estate, with accusations flying and old wounds ripped wide open. Brook Lynn isn't just fighting for business integrity, she's fighting for her independence, her voice, and her right to not be manipulated anymore. But when Tracy flips the script and hints that Lynn's trust in someone close may be misplaced, the atmosphere changes. Is there another saboteur inside the Quartermain fold? Someone who's using Lynn's own confidence to bring her down. While chaos brews at the Quartermain mansion, across town at Pozzuolo's, Sonny Corinthos finds himself in a rare moment of reflection. Gio, his cousin from Bensonhurst, has been adjusting to life in Port Charles, but not without some turbulence. Despite Gio's best efforts to stay on the straight path, his impulsive decisions and reckless attitude have raised eyebrows. When word reaches Sonny that Gio may have gotten into a heated altercation near the Savoy, the mob boss calls him in for a sit-down. But this isn't a punishment. Instead, Sonny, in one of his rare moments of vulnerable wisdom, opens up about the price of pride, the burden of family legacy, and the importance of walking a line between strength and destruction. Gio is surprised to find Sonny speaking more like a father than a don, but that doesn't make the lesson any less intense. For Sonny, mentoring Gio is as much about healing his own wounds, especially after the Jason loss, as it is about keeping another young man from making fatal mistakes. Meanwhile, Nina Reeves continues to spiral behind the curtain of control she desperately clings to. After receiving a tip from Ava about a possible IRS inquiry into Crimson's finances, Nina's paranoia surges. She's convinced someone is setting her up, either Valentine or Carly, and she's determined to find proof. Her first stop? Maxie, who's been managing operations during Nina's off and on absences. But Maxie, caught between loyalty and logic, begins to see the cracks in Nina's demeanor. When Nina suggests that Willow's medical bills might be connected to the money trail, Maxie is stunned. Could Nina be accusing Michael of embezzling to cover for Willow? Or is she projecting her own guilt and fear onto everyone around her? Nina's desperation to keep control of her life might just push her toward her greatest downfall yet. Elsewhere, Willow has a different kind of anxiety brewing. Her recovery has gone well, but emotionally, she's a wreck. Michael has distanced himself, and the silent rift between them continues to widen. Willow confides in Elizabeth, who offers both compassion and insight. Liz urges her not to rush into mending things with Michael until they both unpack what they really want. But it's clear that Willow isn't just grieving the loss of closeness, she's fearing the permanence of it. If Michael can't let go of the pain Nina caused, can he ever really let their family move forward? And if Willow loses both the man she loves and the mother she's only just started to understand, where does that leave her? Back at General Hospital, Finn is forced to confront more than just his patients. A mysterious envelope shows up at his office, addressed only with his name and marked personal. Inside, he finds documents referencing his late father's foundation, but something doesn't add up. The foundation was shut down years ago, so why is there new financial activity under the Finn family name? He turns to Liz again for support, and she urges him to look deeper before assuming it's a clerical error. But Finn's gut tells him something far darker is brewing. Someone is resurrecting his father's financial legacy, and it could be linked to a larger scheme targeting the hospital. At the Savoy, Curtis is attempting to hold onto something that feels normal: his music, his venue, his identity. But the aftershock of Trina's recent DNA test has shaken him to his core. Portia is doing everything she can to prove she didn't intentionally deceive him, but Curtis can't quiet the voice in his head, asking if any part of his family was ever truly his. Stella offers some grounding wisdom, reminding Curtis that love isn't just about blood. It's about presence, history, and choice. Still, when Curtis receives a text from an unknown number that simply reads, "You were right to doubt," the paranoia returns. Is someone trying to drive a wedge deeper between him and his daughter? And why now? Speaking of doubt, Anna Devane is chasing down a new lead in her quest to expose the mysterious player behind Pikeman. Jordan provides a key piece of intel, footage from a security camera at a nearby warehouse where an illegal shipment was intercepted. When they review the tape, they're shocked to see a familiar silhouette, Valentine Casadolin. Anna's heart sinks. He swore he was done with secrets. But if Valentine has been working with pikemen, or worse, orchestrating the operation himself, it could shatter Anna once and for all. Armed with this new information, Anna confronts him, but Valentine holds firm. He claims he was following someone, not aiding them. But can Anna believe him? In another corner of Port Charles, Sasha Gilmore is finally starting to feel like herself again. She meets with Cody, who surprises her with a picnic lunch at Rice Plaza. The lightness between them feels real, until Sasha's phone buzzes with an alert from her bank. There's been a withdrawal from her account. She checks and sees it's been approved by Gladys. The problem? Sasha never gave Gladys access again after freezing her out. Sasha rushes to her lawyer, and soon a legal battle may be back on the horizon. Has Gladys been pulling strings from the shadows all along? Over at the PCPD, Dante is reviewing surveillance related to the missing pikeman weapons when he notices something odd. Several security logs from the harbor have been deleted. When he checks the timestamps, he realizes they coincide with Sonny's last shipment. Was someone inside Sonny's circle deleting evidence to protect him? Or has another player infiltrated the operation entirely? As the day draws to a close, the storylines begin to converge. Brook Lynn, after her brutal confrontation with Tracy, turns to Olivia for comfort. Olivia tries to calm her down and reminds her of the strength she's built over the past year. But Brook Lynn can't shake the feeling that someone is targeting her, not just financially, but emotionally. Someone wants her rattled, distracted, and vulnerable, and it might be working. At the same time, Sonny gets a surprise visitor at Pozzolo's, Carvey. She's heard whispers about Gio's troubles and wants to make sure Sonny isn't slipping back into dangerous patterns by mentoring someone too much like himself. Sonny assures her this is different, but deep down, he wonders if she's right. Is Gio just another young soul with too much anger and not enough direction? Or is Sonny projecting Jason's absence into a relationship that might end in more tragedy? Everything is in flux, and no one is immune from the storm. Monday, June 2 is more than just another day in Port Charles. It's a pivotal moment in a town where every secret, every betrayal, and every buried truth is about to resurface with force. As Brook Lynn takes a stand, Sonny opens his heart, and the rest of the town wrestles with unraveling threads. Fans will be left breathless by what unfolds. Because in a place like General Hospital, the past never stays buried, and every revelation brings someone one step closer to either redemption or ruin. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.